I've known your daring mind for years, Hatter. Yet I've never expected you to be so brash. Was it because of the jam in your teapot, or the sugar in your eardrum? I will never know. For you now dance with the bats above as the teacup for their tea tray. All I can ponder now is that silly riddle of yours that you taunted poor Alice with. How is a raven like a writing desk? No wonder you went mad, my friend. None could imagine such an answer, especially on their unbirthday. Alice? Oh, a visitor who is clearly not Alice. There's no room here this day. Off with you. No room. Oh, no. Do not attempt to pretend to be who you are clearly not. You say there is room when there clearly isn't. Not today or any day for that matter. Why, were you invited at all? I thought not. These seats are clearly marked for a very special engagement, and you were not on the list of invitees. Therefore, your presence is very, very rude. So I ask again for you to be off without delay. And yet you stay. Silly person, do you know why you were not invited? Perhaps not because you are clearly not dressed for the occasion. For shame. You insult the host with such a garb. It simply does not fit. We are here to have tea, not to frolic about the woods pretending to be someone you again are clearly not. The Queen would... Well, regardless, I've stated enough to warrant your exit, so if you please, away with you. Ugh, why are you still here gawking? There is nothing for you here to observe. Birthday, unbirthday, it matters not, for this is a private event. Yes, in the middle of the woods. Where else would we have such a party? Indoors? Bah! Foolish thought. Ridiculous, one would say. What are we celebrating? Why, that is quite rude to ask. What part of private do you not understand? The pry or the vit part? My, you are quite a persistent one, aren't you? You act like Alice, but you cannot fool my eyes. No. Your stubborn behavior would get you... Well, it would get you beheaded. That's what. Do you understand? There would be no head on your shoulders, no brain to defy courtesy, no hair to set a hat on. No, I cannot be angry today. Not today. Of all days. Another unbirthday, perhaps, but not this one. I apologize. Today is a rather special day in a way, you see. Very special indeed. Well, perhaps you can sit for a moment so that I might explain properly. One of our guests has yet to arrive, after all. They would not mind a warm seat upon their entrance, I'm sure. Come, sit. The tea is getting cold and must not be left to get colder. That would be most unwelcome. This party is in honor of a great person. One whom many would agree to be quite a host in his own right. Who is he indeed? As you are clearly not from here, there is no doubt you have not known him in any regard. An upstanding gentleman with one of the finest wits and tongues of song and tea to ever grace this table. The Hatter! A man with the finest collection of caps and head-dressings one would ever lay their eyes on. A man who once sang the most boisterous song for the royals of this land without fear. A man who is not here. Is the seat you're sitting in his seat? Oh, no. Not at all. He would never sit there. His seat is at the head of the table, much like a hat to a person's hair and skin-covered skull. Of course, it would be reasonable to know that every seat here is the hatter's seat, as one cannot simply have tea with a dirty cup every time. It only makes sense to have a clean cup for tea, you understand. Where is... a drink first. I can't let the tea get cold. Why did I what? Smash the cup against the table. It was empty. And one has no need for an empty cup, correct? Why let it sit there and collect dust when it is emptied? Sense. No sense. Do you understand the nonsense you are bringing about with such emotional reactions? This is a party! We're supposed to have fun at parties. Have you ever been to a party? This is not some dour place like a court room where one would judge and be. This party it's in honor of the Hatter. You see, he was a brilliant man and a great friend. It's quite all right. He would have scolded me for my terrible manners towards a new guest. You may not be Alice. But what kind of gentleman would deny someone a cup of tea on their way to, well, wherever you are going? The Hatter was as brilliant as he was talented. And here I am allowing my own emotions to spoil the tea. Pathetic, large hair. The Hatter was my friend beyond anything else. He and I shared hundreds of unbirthdays, each a special occasion. With our mutual friend, the Dormouse, we were inseparable and unstoppable in our desire for intellectual riddles and entertaining songs. Oh, the wonderful songs we would sing together. No matter how many times he'd chastise me for using butter instead of margarine, or how his riddles befuddled my brain. He was indeed the truest of friends a hare like me could have had. How did he? Well, it was quite simple. He had lost his mind. That and his head, both in tangent, you see. Beheadings are a nasty business, after all. The Queen was not fond of his kindness to Alice, the one you clearly pretend to be, and did not hold back in her judgment against him when Alice escaped to wherever she may be now. It was expected, and none of us truly cared for the consequences. After all of us ran to the tick of our own pocket watches, but she gave the order. He was the only one to smile. I still cannot figure out why. His smile only angered Her Majesty more, and so she came down with the axe in her own royal hands, and then I apologize. Once again, I've spoiled tea time with this foolishness. I cannot celebrate his departure like this, or an unbirthday party for that matter, A very merry Unbirthday to me indeed. Oh, do not worry about me, visitor. I'm sure you have many things to do here. One does not dally in one place for long here. Not enough biscuits for that. I only wish to remember him and ponder his many riddles before the teapot chills. You may have loved them, perhaps. Oh, he told plenty of riddles. Many would have knocked the jam out of your slippers. Tell me, how is a raven like a writing desk? It is his masterpiece. And one I have yet to solve. He was such an intellectual. It had to have meant something groundbreaking. Just as genius as spreading marmalade on saucers for extra teacup stability. I wish to solve it. It will be my farewell to him. A grand one at that, to finally answer his riddle in kind. I guess until then, I will toast to him and his marvelous songs. May you help? Well, perhaps this riddle will need more than just my inquisitive mind to solve. I would not turn down such a gesture, especially when the dormouse has yet to return to the table. They are awfully late, but no matter. Yes. Yes, I should love your assistance with this riddle. Thank you.